So, not too long ago, an angry, despondent man by the name of Joseph Stack crashed a fuel-laden single-engine aircraft into an IRS building in Texas. And, before the building even stopped smoldering, before the black smoke even stopped rising from the building, the conspiracy theorists slash truther types slash, modern day Winston Smiths, who haven't even read 1984, began formulating their alternative theories to the official story, because we all know that the official story is always a lie now. Almost immediately when initial news reports started coming out about this, the boards at websites like Above Top Secret or the Prison Planet forums, people were saying something seems fishy about this. I don't buy the official story. And then, it wasn't long before conspiracy theory guru Alex Jones said this was an inside job and started publishing on his website some troubling connections between Joseph Stack and the U.S. intelligence community. And it was all pretty laughable. I mean, for all we know, Joe Stack could have just fired the first shot of the Second American Revolution, but all of the conspiracy theorists and anti-NWO freedom fighters just missed the boat because they've dismissed the first shot of the revolution as a false flag terror attack. Now, I don't know if Joe Stack was a listener of the Alex Jones show. Reading the rhetoric in his suicide note, it seemed that, his anger was very populist in orientation. It really didn't seem either left or right. It was just your standard angry man taking on the system sort of thing. It was kind of reminded me of the protagonist in that one Michael Douglas movie years ago. That guy goes crazy and just starts killing people because he can't take it anymore. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it seemed like the guy had fallen into some of the rhetoric of the anti-tax movement, and the IRS, bent him over and took him for a lot of money in back taxes, which often happens in those situations. But to me, this situation with Joseph Stack and the plane crash is almost kind of a double-edged sword for these conspiracy theory, truther, anti-NWO revolutionaries, because if it's a false flag, then really, they're a bunch of ineffectual cowards. Just a bunch of losers, really. They're just a bunch of cowards if it's a false flag. And if it's a real attack, if this guy had, a Don't Tread on Me flag hanging on his wall, if he was a Tea Partier, if he was a truther, then that means that, they're really as dangerous as some people think they are. So it kind of screws them either way. But in the case of Alex Jones, I think Alex Jones has a vested interest in spinning this as some sort of an inside job, as some sort of psych op, if you will, to discredit Ron Paul, Alex Jones, and similar characters, because I don't think an actual revolution would be good for Alex Jones's business. I really don't. I think Alex Jones needs people being docile, reading his website, and paying their prisonplanet.com memberships. I think that's what he needs people doing. He doesn't need people crashing planes into buildings and trying to start revolutions. He doesn't. And I think Alex Jones is smart enough to know that there are a lot of potential Joseph Stacks watching, well, not watching, but listening to his broadcasts, who take his rhetoric extremely seriously, who are heavily armed, who have downloaded bomb-making instructions from the internet, and, if Alex reports the right story, they're going to go off and take action and, make a preemptive strike against the, the Malthusian New World Order that's bent on killing 80% of the population for reasons that frankly escape me, that elude me. I don't know why they want to do that, but according to people like Alex Jones, they want to kill 80% of the population. And I know that in the comments section of this video, someone is going to post a link to some incoherent screed about why that's going to happen and why the elite want to do that. But that's what they do. What can I say? But I think Alex Jones is very aware that there are some very mentally unstable people in his audience that are going to take what he says very seriously and who could potentially do harm. So I think Alex Jones doesn't have any other option except to spin this as some type of an inside job, some type of false flag terror attack. He's basically covering his own ass, because Alex very well knows that he could inspire these type of activities. He knows that. He's smart enough to know that. And I think that's why he's writing this inside job thing as hard as he possibly can. And, it was funny because when this story was first reported on his website, there were a lot of people that weren't saying it was an inside job. There were a lot of people that were supporting what Joe Stack did and were lamenting the fact that, more people weren't killed, or that he didn't crash into a building that had more IRS employees in it. So there are, just based on my interactions with the conspiracy theory community here on YouTube, with the paranoid types here on YouTube, there are some of you that that really do strike me as potentially dangerous to others and yourselves. But most of you I don't think will do anything, but it really only takes one, doesn't it? Okay, well, until next time. Peace, and let us all be free from all anxiety and senseless fear.